A pink flowered snapdragon plant was crossed with a red flowered snapdragon plant. What type of phenotypes is expected in the progeny? And it is option 1, red flowered as well as pink flowered. You can see the genotypes of the red, capital R homologous and small r heterozygous for the white, and you can see the question is in between the pink and red flowers. In pink, we have the heterozygous type, and in red, the capital R with homologous. And we cross them, we will get the 4 outcomes here. After crossing, the 4 outcomes are homologous capital R and homologous capital R second generation, and heterozygous capital R small r for the third generation, as well as the heterozygous. So this is the answer, the 4. So red and well as pink are the outcomes and the phenotypes of the progenies. No white, there is no recessive homologous. Biology NEET 2024. A transcription unit in DNA is defined primarily by 3 regions in DNA, and these are with respect to upstreams and downstream end. Option 1, structural gene, transpomes and operator gene. Option 2, inducer and repressor structural gene. Option 3, promoter, structural gene and terminator. Option 4, repressor, operator and structural gene. And in the answer is option 3, promoter, structural gene and terminator. You can see in the below NCERT picture promoter, structural gene as well as a terminator with respect to the coding strand. And this question is from molecular basis NCERT. Read the following statements and choose the set of correct statements in the members of Phaeophyce. Asexual reproduction occurs usually by biflagellate zoospores, and it is right. Sexual reproduction is by oogamy method only. No, it's wrong. B is wrong. C. Stored food item in the form of carbohydrates, which is either mannitol or laminaria, is right. Major pigments are chlorophyll A and C, carotenoids and xanthophylls, it's right. Vegetative cells have cellulosic wall usually covered on outside by gelatinous coating of algin. It's right. Except B, A, C, D, E are correct. You can see the NCERT topic from the lesson or chapter known as Plant Kingdom. Biology NEET 2024. Oxygen is used by gardeners to prepare weed-free lawns, but no damage is caused to grass as oxygen. And it is option 2, do not affect the mature monocot plants. And you can see the NCERT here and the line from the NCERT from the topic called as oxygens and from the chapter known as plant growth and development. BT stands for Bacillus thuringiensis. BT toxins are insect group specific and coded for gene IAC. It's correct. BT toxin exists as inactive toxins in B. thuringiensis. However, after ingestion by the insect, the inactive protoxin gets converted into active form due to the acidic pH of insect gut. Sorry, it's not acidic, it is alkaline. So option 2 is wrong. Option 1 is true, option 2 is false. You can see the NCERT topic here from the chapter Biotechnology and Applications. Biology NEET 2024. Bulliform cells are responsible for protecting the plant from the salt stress. Option B, increase the photosynthesis in monocots. Option C, providing large spaces for storage of sugars. Option D, invert curling of leaves in monocots. Answer is option D, invert curling of leaves in monocots. This question is from Anatomy of Flowering Plants, and you can see the NCERT line regarding the topic of bulliform cells. Thank you. Chromosomes become gradually visible under light microscope during leptotein stage, and statement 1 is correct. Now 2, the beginning of the diplotein stage is recognized by dissolution of synaptonormal complex, and it is also true. So both 1 and 2 are correct. 1 and 2 are correct. Option 4. And we can see the topic from the chapter known as cell cycle and division. Citric acid cycle, and it is 2 mitochondrial matrix, and glycolysis is in cytoplasm. 1, electron transport system is in inner mitochondrial membrane, and proton gradient is intermembrane space of mitochondria, and it is option 1, 2, 1, 4, 3. You can see the NCERT lines here, and the question is from the chapter known as Respiration in Plants. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024 match the following. Option 1 Clostridium butylicum, and it belongs to option 3 butyric acid. It is a bacteria. Now coming to option B Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is answer 1 ethanol, and it is a yeast. Now coming to C Trichoderma polysperma, it is 4 option 4 cyclosporin A, and it is act as immunosuppressants for the kidney transparent patients. Option D Streptococcus, answer is streptokinase, and it used as clotbuster in case of heart attacks. This question is from microbes in human welfare. You can see the NCERT topic given below. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. Formation of interfascicular cambium from fully developed parenchyma cells is an example for. It's option 2 dedifferentiation. We can see the answer a topic related to the question here, and dedifferentiation and redifferentiation etc., and from the chapter known as plant growth and development. Thank you. Friedrich Griffith is about transformation principle. It's 3, and Francois Jacob and Monod is about Lacoperan 4, and Hargovin Corana is about genetic code. Melson and Stale is semi-conservative mode of DNA replication, and it is option 1 3 4 1 2, and this is from the chapter known as molecular basis. You can see the NCERT lines here regarding different scientists related to the question, and this is from the chapter known as molecular basis of inheritance. Thank you. Fat enables glucose transport into cells. Insulin is a hormone, whereas trypsin is an enzyme. And D collagen is intercellular ground substance, and it is option 4 4 1 2 3. And you can see the NCERT topic here from the chapter known as biomolecules. Biology NEET 2024. Hind 2 always cuts DNA molecule at a particular point called recognition sequence, and it consists of option 1 6 base pairs is the answer. And let's see the NCERT line from the topic restriction enzymes. You can see the lines, and this is from the chapter called biotechnology principles and process. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. How many molecules of ATP and NADP are required for every molecule of CO2 fixed in the Kelvin cycle? Option 1 2 molecules of ATP, 2 molecules of NADPH. Option 2 3 molecules of ATP, 3 molecules of NADPH. Option 3 3 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADPH. 2 ATP and 3 molecules of NADPH, and it will be 3 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADPH. Option 3. You can see the NCERT line here, and this is the topic from Kelvin cycle and the chapter known as photosynthesis in higher plants. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. Identify the correct description about the given figure, and it is option 4 wind pollinated plant inflorescence showing the flowers with well exposed stamens. You can see NCERT diagram here and description. Identify the part, the seed from which the figure which is distinct to form the root when the seed germinates. The given figure is the seed of the monocot, and please clearly observe that here near the point C the line is known as radicle, which further germinates as a roots from the seed. Option 2. Biology NEET 2024. Identify the set of correct statements. The flower of Vallisneria are colorful and produce nectar. The flowers, it's wrong. The flowers of water lily are not pollinated by water, and it's correct. The most of the water pollinated species, the pollen grains are protected from wetting. It's correct. Pollen grains of some hydrophytes are long and ribbon like. It's correct. In some hydrophytes, the pollen grains carried passively inside the water, and it's right. And except A, B, C, D is correct. So option C. and you can see the NCERT line here and the pictures related to the topic, and this is from the chapter known as sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Thank you. Identify the step in tricarboxylic acid cycle TCA cycle which does not involve oxidation of substrate, and it is option 2 succinyl coenzyme A2 succinic acid conversion. Down here you can see the complete TCA cycle, and while succinyl coenzyme to succinate there is no loss of electrons, so there is no oxidation is involved here, and this is from the chapter known as respiration in plants. Identify the type of flowers based on the position of calyx, corolla and rhizome with respect to the ovary. From the given figures A and B, observe the figures carefully and you can find out that both the figures are perigynous. You can see the NCERT diagrams here. Biology NEET 2024. In a plant, black seed color of homozygous dominant and heterozygous is dominant over a white seed color of homozygous recessive. In order to find out the genotype of the black seed color plant, with which of the following genotype will you cross it? Option 1, homozygous recessive. This whole process is known as test cross, and you can see the diagrammatic representation. To know the dominant genotype, we should cross it with a homozygous recessive one, and we will get the option 1 as an answer, and this is from the chapter called Principles of Variations and Inheritance. In an ecosystem, if the net primary productivity NPP of the first trophic level is 100x, what would be the GPP gross primary productivity of the third trophic level of the same ecosystem? The answer would be option 2, 10x. Maybe the smallest explanation I can give, NPP at the first trophic level would be the GPP for the second trophic level, NPP at second would be GPP for the third, therefore 100x would be the GPP at the second trophic level, and 10% of 100x would be 10x, so option 2 may be answer. Statement 1. In C3 plants, some O2 binds to rubisco and hence CO2 fixation is decreased, and it's right. Statement 2. In C4 plants, mesophyll cells show very little photorespiration while the bundle sheath cells do not show photorespiration, and it is wrong. And so option 2, statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. You can see the NCERT line regarding photorespiration from the chapter known as photosynthesis in higher plants. Thank you. Statement 2 is wrong because the photorespiration does not occur in C4 plants as they lack rubisco in mesophills. In this given figure, which of the component has thin outer walls and highly thickened inner walls? Outer thin, inner thick, actually it is God cells and it is C, so option 4. From the NCERT diagram, we can see it is God cells and mentioned in the topic also. Inhibition of succinic dehydrogenase enzyme by melanoate is a classical example of competitive inhibition, option 2. And we can see the NCERT topic from the lesson or chapter known as biomolecules. You can see the NCERT line here. Lecithin, a small molecular weight organic compound found in living tissues, is an example of option 1, phospholipids. You can see the NCERT topic here from the chapter known as biomolecules. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. List of endangered species were released by IUCN. Option 3 is the answer. International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resource. And you can see the NCERT line here, and this is from the chapter known as biodiversity. Thank you. Monoadelphus, it is 4 China rose. Diadelphus, it is 2 pea plant. Polyadelphus, it is 1 citrus. Epiphyllus, it is 3 lily. So it is option 4, 4213, and you can see the NCERT topic from the chapter known as morphology. Biology NEET 2024. Nucleolus, site for active ribosomal RNA synthesis. Centrioles, organization like cartwheel is centriole. Leucoplast for storing nutrients. And last one, Golgi apparatus is site for formation of glycolipids. The order is 3, 2, 4, 1. Option 4, 3, 2, 4, 1. We can see the NCERT lines here. centrioles, centrosomes, and nucleoplasm, etc. And from the lesson known as cell unit of life. Biology NEET 2024. Statement 1. Parenchyma is living but collenchyma is dead tissue. Sorry, the collenchyma is also living tissue, so it's wrong. Statement 2. Gymnosperms lack xylem vessels, but presence of xylem vessels is a characteristic feature of angiosperms, and it's correct. So first one is false and second one is true, and you can see the related topic regarding statement 1 and 2, and it's from the chapter known as Anatomy of Flowering Plants. Rhizopus. Rhizopus is option 3 bread mold. Eustyligo is 2 smut fungus, and Fukinia is 4 rust fungus, and Agaricus is option 1 our mushroom. 3, 2, 4, 1, and it is option 4. From the chapter known as biological classification, you can see the basidomyces, the topic from the biological classification, and the examples down here. Thank you. Robert May. And global species diversity at 7 millions. Option 3. Alexander von Humboldt, and it's one species area relationship. And Paul Ehrlich Revert Popper hypothesis. And last, David Tillman is about long-term ecosystem experiments using outdoor plots. And it is option 1 3142. And you can see the in detail about each scientist from the NCERT lines here, and from the chapter known as biodiversity. Thank you. Rose is a perigynous flower based on floral arrangements. Now pea plant is a having marginal placentation on the arrangement of seeds and ovules. Cotton is a twisted estivation. You can see below. Mango is a drupe, we know this. So option 4 2413, and down the NCERT lines topic from the chapter known as morphology. Thank you. Biology question from NEET 2024, and the question is spindle fibers attached to the kinetochore of the chromosome during option A metaphase, option B anaphase, option C telophase, option D prophase, and the answer is option A metaphase. And this is a line from the NCERT and from the lesson called cell cycle and division. Thank you. Spraying sugarcanes with which of the following plant growth regulators increase the length of the stem and increase the yield? Option 1 gibberellins. You can see the NCERT lines here from the chapter known as plant growth and development. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. The capacity to regenerate a whole plant from any cell of the plant is called option A micropropagation, option B differentiation, option C somatic hybridization, option D totipotency, and option D totipotency is the answer. And you can see the NCERT line here, and this question is from the chapter called strategies and fruit production, and it describes under the tissue culture concept. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. The cofactor of the enzyme carboxypeptidase is option 4 zinc, and this is from the chapter known as biomolecules, and you can see the NCERT line here. This is a direct question from the NCERT line. Thank you. The DNA present in chloroplast is answer is option 1 circular double stranded. You can see the NCERT topic and the down lines here, the answer from the chapter cell unit and life. Thank you. The equation of Verhulst and Peier's logistic growth is dn by dt is equals to Rn k minus n by k. From the equation k indicates, and it is option 2 carrying capacity is the answer. You can see the logistic growth topic from the NCERT from the chapter known as organism and populations. The lactose is present in the growth medium of bacteria is transported to the cell by the action of option 2 permease. You can see the NCERT topic and diagram from the chapter known as molecular basis. Here's the NCERT explanation. You can see the Permier's answer in the diagram as well as in the topic given. The type of conservation in which threatened species are taken out from their natural habitat and placed in a special setting where they can be protected and given special care is called option 1 biodiversity and conservation. You can see the NCERT topic in the name of Excite Conservation. Biology NEET 2024. These are regarded as the major causes of biodiversity loss. Option A over exploitation, B coextinction, mutation, habitat loss and fragmentation, and migration. And the answers are A over exploitation, B coextinction, and D habitat loss and fragmentation. And it is the answer option number 3. Answer is A, B, D only. You can see the NCERT topics regarding particular answers, and this is from the lesson, a chapter name called biodiversity. Biology NEET 2024. Tropical regions show greatest level of species richness because tropical latitudes have remained relatively undisturbed for millions of years and more time was available for species diversification. Correct. Tropical environments are more seasonal. No, it's less seasonal. It's wrong. More solar energy is available in tropics. Yes, correct. Constant environments promote specialization. Correct. Tropical environments are constant and predictable, and it's correct, except option B remaining all correct. So it's option 4, A, C, D, E only are correct. We can see the NCERT lines from the particular topic related to the question from the chapter known as biodiversity. Thank you. Two or more alternate form of genes. Option 3 allele. B cross of F progeny with homozygous recessive parents. Option 4 test cross. Cross of F progeny with any parents is known as back cross. Number of chromosomes at same plants is known as ploidy. Now we can select the options, and it's option 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. Sorry, D is a 2. It's a printing mistake. And NCERT lines are here. And you can refer to the chapter known as Variations and Inheritance, chapter number 4 according to the new NCERT. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. What is the fate of piece of a DNA carrying only gene of interest which is transferred into an alien organism? The piece of DNA would be able to multiply itself independently in the progeny cells of organisms. No, it's wrong. It may be integrated into the genome of recipient, and it's right. It may multiply and inherited along with the host DNA. It's right. Alien piece of DNA is not an integral part of chromosome. Sorry, it's wrong. It's an integral part of chromosome. So it's wrong. It shows ability to replicate. It's wrong. And answer is B and C. So option 2 is the answer. And you can see the NCERT line here. Topic related to the question. And this is from the chapter known as biotechnology and its principles and processes. Thank you. Which of the following are fused in somatic hybridization involving two varieties of plants? Option 2, protoplast is the answer. And down you can see the NCERT lines from the chapter known as strategies and food adjustment. Which of the following are required for the dark reaction of photosynthesis? Light, chlorophyll, CO2 and ATP and NADPH, and options are C, D, E. CO2, ATP, NADPH, and option 2 C, D, E only. You can see the NCERT lines from the particular topic related to the question from the chapter known as photosynthesis in higher plants. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. Which of the following is an example of actinomorphic flower? Answer is option 4, Datura. And you can see the NCERT line here. When a flower can be divided into two equal radial halves in any radial plane, it's actinomorphic. And examples are mustard, datura and chili, and from the chapter known as morphology. Thank you. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the process of replication in E. coli? Option 3 is the answer. The DNA dependent DNA polymerase catalyzes the polymerization in 5' to 3' direction. The process of replication in E coil is in direction of 5 prime to 3 prime. You can see the NCERT lines topic from the chapter known as molecular basis and inheritance. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. Which of the following can be explained on the basis of Mendel's law of dominance? Out of one pair of factors, one is dominant, other is recessive. Correct. Alleles do not show any expressions. Both characters appear such as in F2 generations. Wrong. Factors occurring pairs in normal diploid plants. Right. And discrete units controlling a particular character is called factor. Correct. And the expressions of only one of the parental characters is found in monohybrid cross. Correct. And option is option 1 A C D E. One is correct, and you can see the NCERT lines related to the topic of the question, and this is from the chapter known as variations, principles of inheritance and variations. Biology NEET 2024. Which of the following is not a criterion for classification of fungi? Option 1 mode of nutrition, mode of spore formation, fruiting body, morphology of mycelium. Hence option 1 mode of nutrition is the answer. You can see the topic related to the kingdom fungi here, and this is from the chapter known as biological classification, chapter number 2 according to our NCERT. Which of the following is not a steroid hormone? And the answer is option 3 glucagon. Glucagon is not a steroid hormone. You can see the NCERT statements regarding topic known as pancreas and glucagon, insulin, etc. And this is from the chapter known as chemical coordination. Thank you. Which of the following statements is incorrect? And the wrong one is option 2 is the answer. The bioreactors are used to produce small scale bacterial cultures. Sorry, it's wrong one. And you can see the NCERT statements here, NCERT topic from the chapter known as biotechnology principles and process. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. Which one is the correct product of DNA dependent and RNA polymerase to the given template? Observe the given template from 3 prime and to 5 prime and you have to write a mRNA for the template, and option 4 is the answer, correct one. Guanine connects with the cytosine with the 3 hydrogen bonds, and as well as the adenine will connect with the thymine or uracil in the RNA with the 2 hydrogen bonds. You have to see the difference between thymine and uracil. Which of the following factors are favorable for the formation of oxyhemoglobin in alveoli? It is option 1 is the answer, higher PO2, partial pressure of O2 and lesser H plus concentration. You can see the NCERT topic and information here about transport of oxygen from the lesson is known as breathing and exchange of gases. Thank you. Which of the following are autoimmune disorders? And it is myasthenia gravis and rheumatoid arthritis and E systematic lupus. The option is A, B and E. Option 1 is the answer, and this is from the chapter known as locomotion and movements. Thank you. Match the following. Unicellular glandular epithelium, and it is present in 3 globulate cells of alimentary canal. Next, compound epithelium, and it is 4 moist surface of buccal cavity. Next, multicellular glandular epithelium, it is 1 salivary glands. 1. Next, D, endocrine glandular epithelium, it is 2 pancreas. So the sequence is 3, 4, 1, 2. Option 2 is the answer. From the lesson or chapter known as structural organism. Thank you. Biology NEET 2024. Which of the following factors will not affect the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium? And it is the option 3, constant gene pool is the answer. You can see the NCERT lines here, NCERT topic from the chapter known as evolution. Thank you. Which of the following is not a component of fallopian tube? And it is option 4, uterine fundus is the answer. You can see the female reproductive system and the fallopian tube in the diagram, and this is from the chapter known as human reproduction. Thank you. Which of the following is not a natural or traditional contraceptive method? It is answer is option 3, waltz. It is not natural and not a traditional contraceptive method. You can see the NCERT statements or information here. It is from the chapter known as reproductive health. Thank you. The presence or absence of hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity. Statement 1 is true. Next, hymen is torn during the first coitus only. Sorry, it is wrong. It may be torn in any and other activities also. So, statement 1 is right, it's true, and statement 2 is false. You can see the NCERT statements here and regarding the human reproduction chapter and topic. Thank you. Match the following. A. The structure used for storing of food is for crop. Next. B. Ring of 6 to 8 blind tubules at junction of foregut and midgut is known as gastric CK. It is 2. Next. C. Ring of 100 to 150 yellow colored thin filamentous junction of midgut and hindgut is known as Malpighian tubules and it is 3. Next, the structures used for the grinding the food is known as gizzard and it is 1. So 4, 2, 3, 1 is the sequence. Option 4 is the answer. You can see the cockroach digestive system here. Choose the correct statement given below regarding the juxtamedullary nephrons. And its answer is option 2. Loop of Henle of juxtamedullary nephrons runs deep into the medulla. It is option 2 is the answer. Next, we can see the NCERT below regarding the topic from the chapter known as excretion. Excretion, the kidney functions. Thank you. Typhoid. It is a bacteria, Solanum typhi. So it is 4. Leishmaniasis. And it is 3. It is a protozoan. Next, ringworm. And it is a fungus. So it is 1. Next, filariasis. And it is 2. Nematoda. So it is option 1, 4, 3, 1, 2. Okay, next you can see the NCERT statements or NCERT topic here from the chapter known as human health and diseases. Thank you. 3 type of muscles are given as A, B and C. Identify the correct matching pair along with their location in human body. Name of muscle and location, and it is option 1 is the answer. Skeletal and location is triceps, smooth is stomach and cardiac is location is heart. You can see the NCERT diagrams here from the chapter known as structural organism in animals. The TI plasmid of Agrobacterium tumefaciens stands for. It is option 2 tumor induced plasmid. You can see the explanation down here. The Agrobacterium tumefaciens is in tumor-induced plasmid, contains tDNA, which causes tumor in several dicot plants. So, remaining are wrong. Thank you. RNA polymerase 3 is option 4, sRNA and tRNA. It is 4. Next, termination of transcription. It is 3 rho factor. Next, splicing of exons. It is 1 SNRNPs. Next, data box. It is 2 promoter. So the sequence is 4, 3, 1, 2. It is answer is option 3. So it is from the chapter known as molecular basis of inheritance, and you can see the NCERT here. Thank you. Statement 1. The cerebral hemispheres are connected by the nerve tract known as corpus callosum. It is right. It's correct. True. Statement 2. The brain stem consists of medulla oblongata, pons and cerebellum. It is wrong. Statement 2 is wrong. So 1 is correct, 2 is incorrect. Option is answer 2. Next, you can see the NCERT regarding topic known as neural control and coordination. The flippers of the penguin and the dolphins are the example of. And answer is option 2, convergent evolution. You can see the NCERT topic from the chapter name known as evolution. Thank you. It is from the class 12th actually. Following are the statements about non-chordates. A. Pharynx is perforated by the gill slits and it is wrong. Next, B. Notochord is absent and it is right. Central nervous system is dorsal, it is wrong. Heart is dorsal, it is right. Post and anal tail is absent, and it is also right. So B, D, E are the correct options. So it is option 2 is the answer. From the chapter known as Animal Kingdom, you can see the NCERT given below regarding topics. Thank you. Petrophyllum, and it is 3 angel fish. Next, B. Myxine is 1 hagfish. Next, Prestige is 2 sawfish. Next, Exocoitus is 4 flying fish. And the options are 3, 1, 2, 4. And from the chapter known as Animal Kingdom, you can see the examples from the class osteocytes. Here is the example. Pons, it is 3, connects different regions of the brain. And next, B is hypothalamus, and it is for neurosecretory cells. And C, medulla, and it is 2, controls the respiration and gastric secretions. And cerebellum is 1, provides a additional space for neurons and regulates the posture and balance. So it is option 1 is the answer. 3, 4, 2, 1. And you can read the in detail explanation here and NCERT. And the question is from the chapter known as neural control. Thank you. Pleurobrachia, it is 2 Ctenophora. Next, B. Redulla, and it is 1 molluscan. Molluscans has a redulla called rasping organ. Next, Stomachord, it is 4 Hemichordata. Hemichordata phylum has a stomacord like structures. Next, air bladder, it is 3 osteocytes. It is option 1 is the answer. 2143. You can see the NCERT regarding molluscans and hemichordata structure and informations are here, and from the chapter known as Animal Kingdom. Thank you. The following diagram showing a restriction sites in E. coli cloning PBR322, find the role of X and Y genes given the diagram given below. Next, the answer is option 1. The X is responsible for the controlling the copy number of linked DNA, and Y for the protein involved in replication of plasmid. So we can see the NCERT diagram here, the origin of replication and replication of plasmids here, and this is from the chapter known as biotechnology principles and the processes. Thank you. Catalytic cycle of an enzyme action. Select the correct sequential steps. And option is 4 is the answer. EADCB. First one, substrate binds to active site. So E. Next, A, substrate enzyme complex formation. Next, it is D, chemical bonds of substrates are broken. Next, it releases the product lost free enzyme ready to bind with another substrate. So EADCB is the answer. You can see the NCERT from the biomolecules chapter. Thank you. Match the following lipases, and it is 2 ester bond. Next, nuclease, and it is 4 phosphodiester bond. It's diester bonds. Next, protease is nothing but proteins. It is 1 peptide bond. Next, amylase, and it is 3 glycosidic bond. So it is option number 2 is the answer. 2413 is the sequence. And you can see the NCERT topic from the chapter known as biomolecules. Thank you. Match the following. Mesozoic era, it is 3 birds and reptiles. Next, Proterozoic era is 1 lower invertebrates. Next, Cenozoic era is 4 mammals. Next, Paleozoic era, it is 2 fishes and amphibians. So 3142 is the sequence, and the answer is option 3. You can see the NCERT from the evolution chapter, the diagram below. Thank you. Statement 1. Mitochondria and chloroplast both are double membrane bound organelles. It is right. Statement 1 is correct. Inner membrane of the mitochondria is less permeable to compared to chloroplast. Sorry, it's wrong. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is incorrect. Is option 2 is the answer. You can see the NCERT regarding mitochondria and chloroplast from the chapter known as cell unit of life. Thank you. Identify the correct options A, B, C and D with respect to spermatogenesis. We can see that GnRH secretes both LH and FSH. Here the correct option is option 4 is the answer. FSH is the A and B is Leydig cells, C is Sertoli cells, which process is known as spermiogenesis. You can see the NCERT lines here from the chapter name known as human reproduction. Thank you. Given below are some stages of human evolution. Arrange them in the correct sequence, past to recent. And it is option 3, A, D, C, B is the sequence. First A, Homo habilis. Next D, Homo erectus. Next C, Homo neanderthalensis is C and B, Homo sapiens is the. You can see the NCERT paragraph here and you can see the sequence of the human evolution from the chapter known as Evolution Class 12. P wave. It is depolarization of artery, it is 3. QRS complex is depolarization of ventricles, it is 2. T wave is repolarization of ventricles, it is 4. Next, TP gap is 1. Hot muscles are electrically silent, it is 1. So the sequence is 3, 2, 4, 1. Option 1 is the answer. You can see the NCERT diagrams here. P wave, QRS wave, T wave and etc. Depolarizations etc. This chapter is from circulation. Regarding hot, thank you. 1. Non-medicated IUDs and it is 3. Lips loop. And next, copper releasing IUDs and it is 1. Multi-load 375. Next, hormonal releasing IUDs, it is 4. LNG20. Next, implants, last one it is 2. Proestrogens. So 3142 is the answer and it is option 3. It ends from the chapter known as human reproduction. Thank you. In both sexes of cockroach, a pair of jointed filamentous structures called anal cirri are present on. Option 1 is the answer, 10 segment. They present on 10 segment. And NCERT information is here from the chapter known as structural organisms in animals. Thank you. Statement 1. In the nephrons, the descending limb of the loop of Henle is impermeable to water and permeable to electrolytes. Sorry, it's wrong. It is permeable to water and impermeable to electrolytes. The PCT is the lined by simple columnar brush border epithelium and increase the surface area of the reabsorption. Sorry, it is cuboidal brush border. So both are false and option 1 is the answer. You can see the NCERT topic and NCERT diagram here from the chapter known as excretion. Thank you. Following are the stages of pathway for the conduction of an action potential through the heart. A. AV bundle. B. Purkinje fibers. C. AV node. D. Bundle branches. E. SA node. Choose the correct sequence of the pathway from the following options given below. And it is option number 4. E, C, A, D, B are the correct one. E, C, A, D, B. And here is the NCERT lines and from the chapter known as circulation. Thank you. Assertion. FSH acts upon ovarian follicles in females and Leydig cells in males. Sorry, it's wrong because in males only the LH acts on Leydig cells. Sorry, it's wrong. Next, assertion. Growing ovarian follicles secretes estrogen females while interstitial cells secretes androgen in male human beings. Is right. So A is false, R is true. It option 3. You can see NCERT lines here from human reproduction. Thank you. Following are the stages of cell division. Choose the correct sequence of the stages. And the stages are E, C, A, D, B is the correct sequence. Option 3 is the answer. E, G1 phase, gap 1 phase. Next, Synthesis phase is also known as S phase. Next, G2 phase is the third one. Next, karyokinesis is the fourth one, and cytokinesis is the last one, fifth one. So this is the diagram regarding the sequence of the cell cycle and divisions. And this question is from the chapter known as cell cycle and division. Thank you. Match the following. Fibrous joints, it is 3, present in skulls, do not allow any movement. Next, B is cartilaginous joint, 1, adjacent vertebrae, limited in movement. Next, hinge joint, it is 4, helps in locomotion, knees help in locomotion. Next, D, ball and socket joint is in between the two humerus and pectoral gradle, helps in rotational movement, and it is option 3, 3142 is the answer. And this is from the chapter known as locomotion and the movement. Expiratory capacity, and it is 2 tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume. Next, functional residual capacity, it is 4 expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume, ERV plus RV. Next, vital capacity, it is 1 ERV expiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus IRV inspiratory reserve volume. Next, inspiratory capacity, it is 3 TV tidal volume plus IRV inspiratory reserve volume. So it is answer is option 4, 2413. And you can see the NCERT lines and NCERT topic here in detail of each concept from the lesson or chapter known as breathing and exchange of gases. Thank you. Statement 1. Gauss' competitive exclusive principle states that two closely related species competing for different resources can't exist indefinitely. And statement 1 is right, it's correct. Next, statement 2. According to Gauss' principle, during the competition, the inferior will be eliminated. This may be true if the resources are limiting. It is false. So statement 1 is true, statement 2 is false. Answer is option 2. You can see the NCERT statements here from the chapter known as organism and populations. Thank you. Consider the following statements. Annelids are the true coelomates. It's right. Poriferans are pseudocoelomates. Sorry, it's wrong because poriferans has no coelom. Aschelminthes are acoelomates. Sorry, it's wrong. Platyhelminths are pseudocoelomates. Sorry, it is also wrong. So choose the correct answer. It means the only A is correct. So it is option 1 is the answer. You can see the coeloms of different organisms from the chapter known as Animal Kingdom and match the following. Diakinesis is 2 completion of terminalization of chasmida. Next, pachytene. It is 4 appearance of recombination nodules. So 4. Next, zygotine. It is 1 synoptonymal complex formation is zygotine. Happens in zygotine. Next, leptotene. And it is 3 chromosomes look like a thin threads. It is option 3. So finally, it is answer is 2413. It is 2. Next, you can see the meiosis, the process according to the question and the NCERT here from the lesson known as cell cycle and division. Thank you. Down syndrome is due to additional copy of 21st chromosome. So 3. Alpha thalassemia is due to mutation at 16th chromosome. So 4. Beta thalassemia is due to mutation at 11th chromosome. So it's 1. And Klinefelter syndrome is due to additional present of X chromosome. So it is option 2 is the answer, and you can see the NCERT lines regarding the disorders, and this is from the chapter known as variations in inheritance. And thank you. A. Exophthalmic goiter, and it is 3 hypersecretion of thyroid hormone and protruding the eyeballs. Next, acromegaly. It is 4 excess secretion of growth hormone. 4. Cushing's syndrome. It is 1 excess secretion of cortisol, moon phase and hyperglycemia. Next, cretinism. It is 2 hyposecretion of thyroid hormone and stunt growth. So it is 3412. Option 3 is the answer. You can see the NCERT regarding the thyroid glands, etc. and from the chapter known as chemical coordination. Thank you. Match the following. common cold, and it is 3. Rhinovirus causes common cold. Next, hemozoin. It is related to Plasmodium malaria. 1. Next, Vidal test is a test for typhoid, so it is 2. Next, allergy. Allergy is about dust mites, and it is a 4. So option is 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Okay, you can see the NCERT statements or NCERT lines here about the question, and it's from the chapter known as Human Health and Diseases. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys. Cocaine. It is 3. Erythroxylum. Next, heroin. Heroin is 4. Papaver somniferum. It is 4. So next, morphine. 1. It is effective sedative in the surgery, so it is 1. Next, D. Marijuana. It is 2. Cannabis sativas, so option is 2, 1, 3, 4. You can see the NCERT topics here regarding the opioids, cannabinoids and cocaine from the chapter Human Health. Thank you. Assertion. The breastfeeding during initial period of infant growth is recommended by doctors for bringing a healthy baby, and it is right. Next reason. Colostrum contains several antibodies absolutely essential to develop resistance for the newborn baby, and it is also right. So it is option 4. Both A and R, assertion and reason, are right, and reason is a correct explanation for the assertion. You can see the NCERT here and from the chapter known as Human Reproduction. Thank you. Statement 1. Bone marrow is the main lymphoid organ where all the blood cells including lymphocytes are produced, and it is right. Second, both bone marrow and thymus provide microenvironments for the development and maturation of T lymphocytes, and it is also right. So both 1 and 2 are correct. Option 4 is the answer. You can see the NCERT regarding the topic and is from the chapter known as Human Health and Diseases. Thank you. Alpha 1 antitrypsin. It is 3. Emphysema. Cry 1 AB is equals to 4. Corn borer. Cry 1 AC is 1. Cotton bollworm. Enzyme replacement therapy is 2. ADA deficiency. So it is 3, 4, 1, 2. Option 2 is the answer. You can see the NCERT lines here from the chapter known as Biotechnology and its applications. Thank you. As per ABO blood grouping system, the blood group of father is B positive, mother is A positive, children is O positive, then the genotype can be. It should be A only because the children is having O positive. It means the mother and father is also heterotypous. So option is 4, A only. We can see the NCERT ABO grouping here from variations chapter. Thank you. Axoneme, and it is 2. Cilia and flagella. Cartwheel-like pattern is seen in centrioles. 1. Cristae are actually infoldings found in the mitochondria. It's 4. And satellites are the small structures you can see on the tips of the chromosomes. Answer is option 3, 2, 1, 4, 3. And you can see the NCERT lines regarding satellites, diagram regarding mitochondria and centrioles. This is from the chapter known as Cell Unit of Life. Thank you.